All righty. All right. Good evening, everybody, and happy Success Sunday. Oh, gosh, it is great to see you guys. Hi, everyone over there on IG. It's good to see you. Hey, Shanique. Hey there, all of you on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. Make sure you come in and say hello so that I know that you're here. But happy Success Sunday to everybody. It is Sunday at 8 o'clock. And as usual, I try and jump on to give you a brief Success Sunday message, something that's inspirational, motivational, or sometimes just really quick and dirty tips to help you through the week. And so, anyway, today's topic, honestly, is thanks to my amazing hubby. Those of you who follow him on social media knows that he doesn't post a whole lot, but what he does post is different inspirational quotes and stuff like that. And he posted a quote yesterday or today. And it's very similar to something I've talked to y'all about before a little bit, but but also it's something I've had a conversation with people about a lot lately. So I was like, you know what? You've given me my message for this Sunday. And so I said, I'm going to borrow your message. And he laughed and he said, nothing is new under the sun. So it's not like I have ownership of it. So you take it. So anyway, my topic today, for those of you on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube can see it. Those of you on Instagram can't see it yet, but when I post this as a video, then you'll see it. But the topic is train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. So, train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. And what I mean by this really is, and I've talked about this before, but recently we have seen a lot of incidents where people's emotions have kind of overcome themselves, and that if they had really thought through what they were about to do, they probably would have thought better than to take the action that they did. But they let their emotions kind of drive it. Of course, the infamous big one is Will Smith, which I've blogged about. And if you have not seen my blog, go to adivinelife.com, and that's where you can find my blogs and everything. But we know, that one split second decision really impacted him. But there are other instances that we can think of where people have let themselves be pushed to the limit by someone else's actions, or they've let their emotions, either their anger, their disappointment, their depression, even love, or infatuation with someone, push themselves to take over when they're if they had thought about it, they probably would do something different. And so I've been having this conversation with people lately about just the power of positive thinking, and how we've got to train our minds so that we're driven by rational thought, other more than emotions. And I'm not saying that emotion is a bad thing. I am mostly driven by my passion for things, my passion for working in the community, my passion for helping others, my passion for being a great mom, whatever that is. I try and, I'm motivated a lot by my passion. But I never let my emotions overcome me to the point where I'm not thinking through something. And I think it's important that we do that. And I'm not talking about just like your emotions and reacting to stuff, or your emotions like the Will Smith incident. But as I was thinking about it, there's a lot of other times where people's emotions have taken over. And it kind of keeps you from pushing through and doing what you would want to do, and maybe going after your goals. And so, since this is a Success Sunday message, that's more so what I'm talking about. Not the kind of Will Smith, someone pisses you off and you slap them or that kind of thing, or you threaten to kill somebody because they've called you a name, or whatever. I'm not talking about those types of incidents as much, but those two are very important to be wary of. But what I'm more so talking about are those times where you you are allowing your emotions, whether it is your fear, your disappointment, it can be still anger, but keep you from doing what you need to do. And so when I say train your mind, that's my husband's words, but I agree with him. Train your mind. Somebody would say, how do you train your mind? And I just recently joined a board where they work with returning citizens. It's a reentry program, and part of what they do is cognitive behavioral therapy. Thinking through your actions, and I love listening and watching these men in their cognitive behavior training because they go through this thought process on how instead of reacting like I may have used to do, let me think through the consequences of my action. What are the other alternatives? What are the other actions I can take? And as I see them do that, they make better choices. And so I was thinking about that for us as well. How do we train our mind? How do we maybe, tap into some of those thoughts of cognitive behavioral therapy? How do we train our mind so that our emotions don't take over? How do we train our minds so that whatever fear we have on for stepping out there and doing something bold, we don't let that take a hold of us, or whatever anger we have about a past relationship or past situation or something else that happened. How do we keep that anger not allowing us to do something that can prohibit us from moving forward in our careers or our goals, or even trying that experience again because you've been burned once, and so you don't want to be burned again. And so I was just thinking of me. I like to think in threes. Just three quick tips on how do we train our minds? How do we train our minds so that our emotions are not taking over? And the first thing is, of course, a first tip is about affirmations. And y'all know I've talked to y'all about this before. I'm very big on affirmations. Every morning, every night, sometimes now a couple times during the day, I am doing affirmations that help me train my thoughts on things, especially my relationship with things. Like right now, I'm working on my wellness and my health. I'm working on losing weight and eating better. And so, even my relationship with food, not just eating something, and not thinking about it, but I have affirmations that talk about, I am healthy. I am, I eat foods that nourish my body and not, uh, add negative things to my body, whatever those emotions are. So, I've got emotion. I have affirmations that help me with my weight. I have affirmations that are helping me with my relationship with money, how I want to be financially free, that money, I love money and money loves me. Money is a tool to do the things that I want to do in my community, whatever those affirmations are. So I have affirmations about that. I have affirmations about healthy relationships. I surround myself with positive people. I always have folks in my circle that believe in the power of working together instead of competing, those kind of affirmations. So affirmations can help you train your mind. Affirmations will help you start thinking of things differently and helping you internalize those thoughts so that if you do have an emotion that might be contrary to that thought, you have an emotion that, I, I'm not smart enough to, start $1 million business. Your affirmations are changing that mindset for you. So, that is a way to train your mind to know the positive things, and keep you starting thinking in a way that will push you towards your goals instead of maybe hinder you and block you from your goals. So that's number one, doing affirmations. My number two step or goal right there, or tip for you to help training your mind, will be about redirecting your words and your emotions. And so, what I mean by that is, say, for instance, like, I'm trying as I go back to my weight loss. I'm trying my best not to go on the scale because the scale can hinder your progress because scales go up and down. I mean, I have a trainer who said, you have one good meal, and of course that your scale goes up or down. You go to the bathroom, your scale goes up and down. I mean, so the scale is not always indicative of where you are, and so I try my best not to go on the scale. But I do periodically go on the scale. And sometimes, if I haven't lost, I felt like I lost more and then I get on and I hadn't lost more, I'm just like, if I feel my emotion kind of hitting me and saying, I'm never going to get down to, 150 or, whatever my goal is. Actually, my goal is 170 by July 1st. So I keep saying I'm going to say it publicly because that's my accountability. But say, oh, I'm never going to make it there. I immediately catch myself saying that negative thing, and I redirect my emotions and my words around that. And so I'm like, no, okay, this week I may not have come down as much as I want, but I lost inches. So like this past week, I lost 1 pound, and that makes seem, oh gosh, I only lost 1 pound. Using that word only is negative, and so I redirect my words. I may have lost 1 pound this week, but I know that I've lost a lot in inches, and I feel healthy. Um, or something like that. So how do you redirect your words? If you have, earlier this week I was on the phone with a friend of mine who she and I do this to each other, and we're each other's accountability partner on this. And I drove up and I said, just my luck, there's no parking spaces here. And she said, And I said, I know exactly what you're going to say. I'm going to redirect my notes. Oh, well, there's not a parking space right here where I wanted it to, but I'm sure there's a parking space over here. And look, it's a better parking space because it's in the shade, and it's going to cause me to walk a little bit longer, and then I'll get my steps on my Fitbit. So I redirected the way I thought about that situation. And so when you are training your mind, it is easy to have thoughts, to slip back into having thoughts that may be negative, that may be driven on emotion, and that you have to redirect those thoughts so that you are actually feeding something positive into your spirit. So redirect your thoughts, through redirect your words, and be very intentional about that. And then my third tip, as usual, is about prayer and meditation. you know Prayer and meditation is a big part of how you retrain your mind. How do you train your thoughts so that you are understanding that God wants you to have blessings and abundance. He wants you to go after your goals. He wants you to build that $1 million business. He wants you to you know to have that baby, have that great relationship. He wants you to go get that degree. And even though you might be 65 years old and you think that it's crazy to go back to school, he wants you to do that because that's a goal. And so through prayer and meditation, it will help you train your mind because it will open you up to knowing that everything that you want is there. It's within your grasp. It's within your reach. It is there, and it is you that has to be open to receiving whatever that blessing is. And so through constant prayer and meditation, you are getting that fed into your spirit. And so you're training your mind as well because you're open to the possibilities. You're open to the things that you may have said, there's no way I'm ever going to get back to, a size 8. Huh. Well, no, yes, you can, because you're constantly feeding good things into your spirit. So anyway, that is my Success Sunday. And I'm at 8:14, so that's good. That is my Success Sunday message for you today, is really just looking at how are you training your mind to be stronger than your emotions. And you can do that through making sure that you are constantly giving positive affirmations and talking positivity to yourself, redirecting your thoughts. When you have redirecting your thoughts and your words when you say or meet or think something negative, and then through your prayer and meditation. And so, if you can do those things, you will train your mind. You will train yourself in a way that gets you back to it gets you knowing. Yeah, Barbara Ballard Belton. Yes, mind over matter. You will train your way. You'll train your mind, and so you will never let emotions drive you into a negative space. You will never let your emotions drive you to do something that you may regret later, or you'll never let emotions drive you to not do something that is something that you are a goal. And so anyway, as always, hey Beth, good to see you. as always, if you want to hear more from me about positivity, positive messages, please make sure you are following me on all social media. I am Tamika Isaac Divine on everything, with the exception of Twitter. I'm Ti Divine there. I daily do positive messages every day, Monday through Friday, as well as share different tips and strategies. And then, of course, you can always go to my website, adivinelife.com, and there you can see my blog. And through my blog, you can hear. Through my blog, you get messages like this. You can also follow me on my journey, my countdown to 50, my year of intention, as I'm continuing to move forward in a positive way, embracing this year transition for me, which is really, really is turning out to be amazing, because there are so many positive things that I am embracing. Hey, Candy, good to see you. I'm bad about this, but working on it. It is. I really, really want you to start. Even that. Say, I'm bad at this. Don't say I'm bad at that. Say, this is an area that I can use improvement. This is an area of growth for me, and I am going to continue to grow in this space. Don't say you're bad at it, but look at a way that it changes those words, redirect those thoughts. Okay. So, anyway, thank you, Tina. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Shanique. Thank you, Beth, Barbara, Dwayne, Candy, everybody who's watching. As always, I'm going to be here every Sunday evening. Next weekend is a holiday weekend, but I'm still going to be here at 8 o'clock to bring you even a very brief message. So until next time, y'all, good night. God bless. Have a wonderful week, and really, really practice. I'd love to hear you inbox me or give me a comment and let me know if this message has served you. But also, as you work this week on training your thoughts, I want to hear how that goes. Okay. So until next time, you guys, I'll see you later. Good night. God bless, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend.